everyone, and welcome to another special episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling right here on SRB TV. As you can see, since I'm the host for this evening, we're going back to the Impact Zone for their anniversary show, Slammiversary. You guys excited? I know
Sure.
I am. Yes, because so I'm here as always with my co-host Kristen.
Yo.
And my boy Mo Brothers.
Hello.
So yes, we are back here in Impact for their second biggest show of the year, and I am so excited, especially with what's been happening in between our last pay-per-view Rebellion and this one. But let's get right into the show. So let's first start off with the pre-show matches. The guy we all believe in, Joe Hendry, is defending his Impact Digital Media Championship against Kenny King. Let me see. Let me get the background of that real quick. I mean, this one's pretty simple. Just Joe Hendry. Where is it at? Oh, I took that match out. Yeah, so Joe Hendry was involved in that storyline with not Fandango anymore, Dirty Dango. But now that's more turned to a feud between Santino and Dirty Dango. So now Joe Hendry's move on to the next opponent, and the guy who stepped up is Kenny King. Since this is a pre-show match, I don't think the title's going to change hands. They're really pushing Joe Hendry right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Hendry's going to retain.
Yeah, pre-show match. Yeah, I agree. Hendry's been doing great with the Digital Media Championship from what I've heard. And I like him. It's nice to see he won his feud with Dirty Dango, or is that still going?
That's more turned to a feud between Dirty Dango and Santino.
Okay.
Because he was the one it reveals as the mastermind who attacked Santino.
Okay, but yeah, Joe Hendry.
Which I could have sworn that match was supposed to be on tonight. What happened to that match? Maybe I thought that was on a different show. Whatever. So Mo, you think your most favorite theme song of all time is going to win?
Look, it's not my most favorite theme song by any stretch of the imagination. I think I prefer when he's doing stuff that's making fun of his opponent. But I will be going with Joe Hendry.
All right. So we go right into our second pre-show match.
Mm-hmm.
So new signee, Jody Threat. Not too familiar with her. I think
I can help you out with this. Do you remember the controversy Athena faced by facing that one wrestler, going really hard in that one wrestler? That one wrestler was Jody Threat.
Who was that again?
Jody Threat. It was it was a dark match for I think the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. It was just a singles match, and this is when Athena was going full more heel, and she did a really it's more strong style match, more hard hitting match, and she got flack for it. But to a lot of people's defense of Athena is Jody Threat goes just as hard.
Yeah. Okay. So she's teaming up with the Death Dolls. As you guys probably remember, Havoc reverted to her normal persona Jessica, and now Rosemary did the same thing. She's now reverted to her old gimmick, Courtney Rush. So now they're now considered the Death Dolls, and they're kind of doing the thing where it's a split personality, where Courtney Rush saying Rosemary's letting her have back control. So I can see why they did that. She's done the Rosemary gimmick for a long time, so I guess she wanted to do something fresh and go back to being Courtney Rush. So they're kind of doing that with these two right now. And they've been in a feud with Giselle Shaw, who's been having Savannah Evans be her enforcer, and she's also been forming alliance with Jay Vital. I think that's how you say her name. So this is basically going to end up with a feud between these six. So we're just going to have a 6-woman tag. So I think the Team Death Dolls is going to win.
Yeah, I can see Team Death Dolls winning.
It sounded for a moment that you cut out just as you were going to say what team. So I just heard team is going to win. And that's the best.
Team Death Dolls.
That's the best.
A team is going to win, Mo. That's a good point.
No, he said team is going to win. It's the best way to say that he could be right in any manner. You have to edit it and post.
Oh, it's the whole Adam versus Adam match again. Adam was going to win. That's gonna be one. That's gonna be one of my favorite wrestling memories of all time.
That's still,
We were there.
it's a, I look, because my favorite part is Hangman mouthing, "They're cheering for me."
Being there live made it better.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, let's go ahead and go on to our main card. This is probably going to be the opening match. So we have an Ultimate X match to determine the #1 contender for the X Division champion. We have Jonathan Gresham versus Mike Bailey versus Kevin Knight versus Angels versus Kushida. Look at that lineup. Let me try to get the background for that.
Well, while you look up background for that, Mike Bailey had a great showing at the Best Super Juniors. Kushida, the complete fucking opposite. Even goes far as at Dominion, even lost the junior heavyweight tag titles.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Oh, Kevin Knight's in this too, which is his tag team partner as well. Who's his tag team partner? I forgot what their name was, but like, yeah, they won them together. Yeah, he's a Kevin Knight's a New Japan Strong guy.
Yeah. So honestly, I know both Impact and AEW both have a partnership with New Japan, but I noticed more New Japan guys tend to appear more of Impact, at least in the past year. So it kind of feels like they're more crossover friendly in that regard. Probably because AEW has a bajillion people on their roster, so they can hardly fit anybody on there, even with 3 shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is basically straightforward. Ultimate X match to determine the next challenger. It's kind of hard to know because we don't know who's going to win the X-Fin title match, even though I kind of think I know who's going to win.
Right.
Since I don't know, I am going to go with Jonathan Gresham. No, or Kushida. Oh, it's hard. No, I got it. I'm going to go with Kushida.
Well, let's put it this way. You got to really think about who you want to win the X Division title at Slammiversary.
I don't want to jump ahead too much, but I think Kushida's going
to slight hop.
Okay, so I think Chris Sabin's going to retain. I'll explain why later. So I think Kushida versus Sabin would make a lot of sense since they also have an alliance called Time Machine, which is a mix of mostly machine guns and the.
I see where you're going with that. Yeah.
Time Splitters, is that what they're called? Shelley and Kushida.
Time Splitters.
So the Time Splitters versus mixed with machine gun, they're called Time Machine, and I have a little theory about where they're going with Sabin. So I think Kushida is going to win.
Okay, you gave me to Kushida. I could be a little different. I'll go with this mindset. I feel like that's a bit too much on the nail, and I think later down the road they could instead do. I say Sabin retains. I don't think it's. Or I think Sabin retains. It's not Kush. I think. Wait, I got this. Hold on a sec. I got this. Because 2 things can happen. One, I think I'm gonna agree with you. I would love to see Jonathan Gresham, but like Kushida could win. Because if you think about it, if he wins here and wins the Ultimate X, wins the X Division title off of Sabin, then you could have Bound for Glory. You can set up the Time Splitters feud between Kushida and Shelley.
Nah, I was kind of going a different direction.
Or you can instead set that up for a Impact Plus event. Yeah,
maybe so.
Yeah.
I guess let me go ahead and go into the X-Fin title match since these 2 matches are connected.
Okay, yeah, we can do it.
Okay. Since it'll help us decide more. So the X-Fin title, it was previously held by Trey Miguel. He held it for a while. But on the same night that Alex Shelley won the world title, Chris Sabin won the X-Fin title, so he ended with both of them holding belts at the end, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think what they're going to do, this is me speculating, that Chris Sabin is going to do option C at Bound for Glory against Alex Shelley, and we're going to get machine gun versus machine gun. So I think whoever wins the this Ultimate X match isn't going to beat Sabin. That Sabin's going to end up doing option C and vacating it.
So I'm putting these together on the timestamp. So we're talking about Ultimate X and X Division. So I'm going to say Kushida, and then for the X Division title match, I'm going to say Sabin.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'm going. I think they're going to turn Sabin heel, and I think a good way to do that would be maybe he goes a little too rough on Kushida, and Shelley asks him what's going on, a little friction between them. I thought that's just me fancy looking right there, but I think it's my way what they're going with that.
It's great. That's what we're here for. It's the fantasy book.
That's what I would do. I would start putting in the little seeds of Saban heel turn by having him maybe go too hard on Kushida, and him and Shelly start getting friction, and then Saban boom hits him with the extra title, says option C at Bound for Glory.
No, he hits him and just and then grabs the mic, looks at him on the ground, and goes option C,
drop.
And then that's it. He walks away, drops the tile on him, and walks away.
And so Mo, based on what Colin, you catch you up on the X Division title scene, what do you think?
I mean, I'm gonna go with Grisham.
Grisham? Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good pick.
I'm gonna go with Grisham, but then yeah, I could see Saban winning his thing, because I mean, it seems at this point they would want to do machine gun battle where everyone's just bringing out their AKs and semi-automatics and really like their pew-pews, and it's pew-pew versus pew-pew. So
it'd be even better if Bound for Glory was in Detroit, but it isn't this year.
hey, they could bring the Detroit to Bound for Glory.
Bring Detroit to Bound for Glory. We didn't even mention who Saban's facing. He's facing Leo Rush. Like, no knock against Leo Rush. I just don't see Saban losing right here to him.
Yeah, Leo Rush too had a good showing at Best Super Juniors as well.
All right, so you and I went with Kushida, Mo went with Grisham, and we all went with Saban retaining.
Yeah, I could see Grisham. Grisham's like a solid number 2 choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could see him like challenging Saban at the next Impact Plus event, and then they can always come back around. It's Impact, so they always can come back around on Kushida.
We also have
maybe set up something for Bound for Glory.
Don't forget, between now and Bound for Glory, we have Multiverse United 2.
Yeah, see, exactly. So you can easily come back around the Kushida thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, because remember, Kushida was asked for a title match against Alexander and never technically got it. So like an actual match against the champion, you can make that case.
Against Alex Shelley? Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Shelley Kushida, I could see be a good match at Bound for Glory.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like Saban would it had more weight behind it.
Yeah, I know. It's like I said, that could be Shelley Kushida could easily be the main event for a Multiverse 2 event. Yeah.
Okay. So next up, we have for the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team titles, the Coven of Taylor Wilde and Kylie King are defending against the monstrous team of Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich. The Coven's gonna die.
It's team MDK, because technically Slamovich beat what's his name for the GCW World Title recently.
Nick
Gage.
Nick Gage. You can call
sorry, Nick effing Gage.
Nick effing Gage.
Yeah.
My apologies. I forgot.
But then she lost to Blake Christian. Is that his name?
Really? All Heart Blake Christian won it?
Oh, you hadn't heard about it? Because remember he won.
No, I don't keep up with you. Look,
he won the DLC ladder match and he cashed it in on her after her cage match. So he kind of money in the bank.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, he got booed so hard. People were throwing trash in the ring. He's a mega heel now.
It's funny because did that happen recent, like a week or so ago?
No, that was recent. Hold on.
Okay, because like
a
couple of weeks ago, he had a trios match where he was definitely a baby.
That was June 4th at Cage of Survival 2.
Yeah, he was a babyface on AEW in a squash match. I think with I think House of Black. No, House of Black.
Yeah, so Blake Christian, I know we're talking about Impact. We're going back to GCW for a bit. He won. I think it was called a DLC. They called it a DLC ladder match, which guaranteed him a title match every time. There's a bunch of those kind of things in that. So Masha Slamovich had a really tough cage match defense against. I'm trying to remember, it was another woman. I think it was Rena or something. But after the match, Blake Christian came in, cashed in on her, and won the title. And he got booed so hard. So she's no longer a champion. So, but to get back to this, Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich, that's a dangerous duo to be a team. And I think they're gonna win against the Coven.
Okay.
In case you need to know, as of title reigns, links and everything, which I know
Okay.
Impact. The Coven's been champions for 135 days. That's right. This recording.
See, Nick knows how I roll. I'm gonna ask. He knows that's my next question. But you know what? But I also realized thanks to you watching enough Impact events, they don't give a fuck about title reign length. So I'm gonna go with Team MDK on this one. Like that seems like a deadly team right there.
Yeah, Killer Kelly and
Mosh
Slammiversary.
Yeah, dude, remember they fought each other in the last event. Was it at Rebellion we saw, and now they're buddying up. Like they were in a match with a bunch of guys, and they were doing more of the brutal stuff during that match. So like, yeah, I'm going with Team MDK on this one.
How about you, Mo?
I mean, I'm definitely going with Kelly and Slamovich. I mean, for people that haven't seen them in action, just at least the names alone, how can you go against Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich? Although, I mean, it is nice to see Taylor Wilde in action. I still can't get over because of the contrast between like when she was first in Impact and now.
Yeah.
And then Killian Keane, I had seen some of her matches when she was in AEW, and also I think it wasn't too long ago that she was actually in a couple local matches here in Orlando.
It's stuff like that I would love to start doing, like classic reactions. Sorry, go on, Mo. Sorry.
But
sorry, I blurred out for a bit.
Oh, cool guys, whatever. Anyway, Killer Kelly and Masha.
All right. Let's see.
But I know what you mean by Taylor Wilde, no Mo. I've been watching LSW stuff.
She completely reinvented herself.
And like I remember like seeing white knee babyface Taylor Wilde and like current Taylor Wilde is like night and fucking day.
Yeah, she completely reinvented herself. Here we go. So next up, I think it's going to be a really good match. Battle of the Impact Veterans: Eddie Edwards versus Frankie Kazarian. So I do have the background here from the Wikipedia article.
Yeah, with their significant others
you guys ready?
In each other's corner.
Yeah. All right, so against all odds, Frank Kazarian defeated Eddie Edwards in their first time ever singles match. That was the first time they ever fought, surprisingly. On the next episode of Impact, Kazarian mocked Bully Ray and Steve Macklin for their failed attack against Scott DeBorn PCO. And Edwards was backing him, believing their relationship had been mended. They thought, okay, after that match, we're buddies again. This led to a tag team match where Kazarian and Edwards lost to Bully Ray and Steve Macklin. In the closing moments of the match, Kazarian had Macklin in chicken wing submission, and then Eddie Edwards hit a kick that was meant for Macklin, but accidentally hit Kazarian. Eddie Edwards and Kazarian then mutually agreed that they were better as opponents than allies, and they decided to face each other on the July 6th Impact. Eddie Edwards won that match due to heavy interference from his wife, Alicia Edwards. And then after the match, Kazarian challenged Edwards to a rubber match at Slammiversary, and he's bringing Tracy Brooks to counter Alicia. Which, as those of you out there don't know, Tracy Brooks is Kazarian's wife.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in the most is this is a mixed tag match because I know like Alicia Edwards can still go. I don't know about Tracy Brooks, but like
if the feud doesn't end here, I could see it going to a mixed tag match.
Yeah, but I think I know why. If you count how many actual tag team matches are on this card in Clean Pre-Show, there's like a few.
There's let's see,
1, 2, 3,
4. Yeah,
I mean, but now you're right. They could do a future event. But I am very surprised that's not the because it's coming down to which significant other is going to interfere for their hubby first, like
or the most or last really.
Yeah.
So yeah, to quickly recap, Kazarian won the first match. Edwards won the second match by cheating, and this is the rubber match.
So wait, Edwards won the last two?
No, Kazarian won the first match. Edwards won the second match due to outside interference, and now this is the rubber match.
Okay. I'd say Kazarian.
Yeah, since I think this is possibly the rubber match, we're gonna go with Kazarian.
Right. Mo?
He's thinking about it.
Okay. Processing.
And this
I'm going with Edwards.
Yeah,
Yep. I think he'll pull it out on the end,
Yeah.
and maybe they'll revert to classic TNA, and then like Miss Brooks, gets all flustered and stuff like that, and they're just like, oh, there she goes again, acting all crazy, and
that's all crazy. Yeah, I can see Kazarian. I know they're doing. I'm glad they're doing Shelly Run, but I can see Kazarian being Impact champion sometime in the next year or so. I think it's one of the reasons he went back to Impact is he felt more comfortable there than in AEW. And I can see that. I think before Kazarian's run with Impact is over, I think he'll get a world title run.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one, it's going to be. I have a hard time deciding this one. It's going to be a fatal four-way match for the Impact World Tag Team titles. The team of American Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, taking on the teams of Brian Myers and Moose, Rich Swann and Sami Callihan, and Subculture of Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. Which getting Subculture was a great get for Impact.
Yeah.
They got a lot of the former NXT UK people. So we got four really good teams here, and let me see if I can find if they have a background for it. No, they don't. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. It's a fatal four-way. Myers and Moose have formed an alliance in recent weeks. As you know, Rich Swann and Sami Callihan, they teamed up at the last event.
Mm-hmm.
And Sami Callihan fully reformed. No, not like OVE, because who else came back? I'm trying to remember what that guy's name is. He used to team with Ace Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a minute.
Mountain Man.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Mountain Man.
OVE.
Such a man. Mountain Man.
Where's OVE? I was gonna type in OVE. Ohio versus everything. Ohio, but because of teaming with Swan the last event, formed a little tag team, which is interesting because these two have a lot of history facing each other. So I think Callihan and Swan could be a good team.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with Callihan and Swan, mainly because that's the only title Swan needs to complete the Triple Crown.
I'll go with A, B, C. So,
you gonna Bullet Club retain Madman Fulton. That's who. Yeah. So OVE's Sami Callihan, Jake Frist, and Madman Fulton are reunited.
Impact and AEW each have their own flavor of Bullet Club.
No.
Because now they have Bullet Club Gold, which is White, Robinson, and the Guns. And now we have American Bullet Club, which is Chris Bay and Oz. Oh, we have different flavors of Bullet Club.
Yeah, but Impact's Bullet Club's more legit. It's still part of Dave Finley's Bullet Club.
Dude, have you seen that match, that collision match with FTR?
I heard it was really good.
It really is good. Yeah, it really is.
And I think the rematch is gonna be 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's between OVE and ABC. I'm gonna go with the first 3 letters of the alphabet for this one.
ABC.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with Bullet Club retained.
Yep.
How simple. Well, I'm gonna go with the kind of odd couple here of Myers and Moose.
Yeah. They kind of just form. It's kind of a partnership of convenience. They just had the same enemies, though. And
I feel like that's going to make them the best of friends. They realized they hated everyone else more the whole time.
Well, Matt Cardona left Impact, and now he's in MLW. They just announced that he just made his signing at their last pay-per-view, and he's going to debut at the next show. So Matt Cardona's going around.
He's been going around.
Yeah, he's a real belt collector. All right, so we all went with somebody different. That's cool. That's how unpredictable the show is. So I went with Swan Callihan.
And no
Mhm.
offense to Subculture, I know they're fucking great. I've seen I saw some of their matches when NXT UK was still a thing. They are amazing, and they're gonna bring out a lot of great stuff to this match. But
Yeah, I can see them winning down the line. I just not in this match. I don't see
yeah,
it.
I've never
And
seen them, so that's why I couldn't think of going with them at this time.
they're a UK team. Mark Andrews has previously wrestled Impact before under the name Mandrews. I'm trying to remember who he used to team with though. Shit, it's killing me. Impact. Yeah, he was in TNA from 2014, 2017.
Mhm.
And then he was in WWE for a while. Then he came back to Impact. Who did he use a team with? I need to know this. Hold on. He formed an alliance with Rockstar Spud, and yeah, there we go.
Sounds
Get back to this. All right, so that's gonna be fun. We already talked about Sabin Rush. We think Sabin's gonna retain. So here we go. This has got a lot of history here. We got Bully Ray and Diener take on Scott D'Amore and a mystery partner with famous hockey player Darren McCarthy as a special guest enforcer. I don't watch hockey, so I don't know who he is. I know he's
four-time Stanley Cup winner for the Detroit Red Wings.
Okay. All right. So this storyline's been building for a while, so bear with me as I read all this. All right. So Under Siege, then Impact World Champion Steve Macklin retained over PCO in a no DQ match. After the match, per an agreement made the night before on Impact President Scott D'Amore came out to put the belt around Macklin's waist. But Scott D'Amore was going to do it. He kept his promise. He was going to shake his hand. But Macklin refused to shake Scott D'Amore's hand. And as D'Amore watched Macklin walk away, Bully Ray came in and attacked D'Amore with a cable and strangled him with it. Matthew Reinwald, PCO, and the Motor Machine Guns all attempted to interfere to stop Ray and Macklin. And this all culminated with Macklin and Bully Ray putting Scott D'Amore through a flaming table. And 2 weeks later, and against all odds, Bully Ray competed in an 8-4-1 match. I'll talk about that later with Nick Aldis. When D'Amore attacked Bully Ray with a steel chair, it cost him the match. A week later, Bully Ray cut a promo. They revealed that he filed a complaint with Anthem Sports Entertainment Board of Directors about D'Amore's involvement in his business, which is funny because Bully Ray, you started this shit. D'Amore confronted Ray after, saying that the board advised that he take a leave of absence from his duty as president. And Scott D'Amore said he also agreed with the board, though only because it allowed him to attack Bully Ray right then and there. So by taking a leave of absence as president, he was allowed to attack Bully Ray. Macklin then came out and assisted Ray before PCO appeared and took out both men. A recovered D'Amore did announce that before officially accepting his leave, he signed a tag team match for a Slammiversary in which Ray and Macklin would face PCO himself. This would be Scott D'Amore's first official match in 4 years. On June 29th, Impact announced that former Detroit Red Wings enforcer Darren McCarthy, who Bully Ray had prior history with, would act as a special guest enforcer. However, on July 6th Impact, Ray and Macklin ambushed D'Amore and PCO in the ring, handcuffing D'Amore to the ring ropes and dragged PCO backstage. They proceeded to pour car battery acid in PCO's mouth and then dousing him with lighter fluid and setting him on fire.
Yes.
Because that's what you do with a monster.
Yeah.
PCO status Slammiversary is currently unknown, wonder why, but it has left D'Amore without a partner. On July 8th, Impact announced its website that Macklin was also unable to participate due to suffering a serious injury during Impact's Down Under tour in Australia. Ray's new tag team partner was announced live on Busted Open Radio the following Monday to be Diener. D'Amore, meanwhile, has yet to name his new partner. That's a lot. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So due to injuries, the matches has changed up a bit, but still it comes down to Bully Ray fighting authority again, trying to take out D'Amore, and D'Amore finally not want to put up with his crap anymore and is facing him in a match. And Bully Ray's found his new partner, and we'll see if D'Amore can find him one.
I mean, they announced because of PCO's fire injuries. So like, It wasn't like I read it on the news. Like Macklin
He'll
was a
probably come
story.
back.
Yeah, Macklin was a report that he got legit injured. PCO was he got set on
Yeah,
fire
Macklin
on
got legit
camera.
injured.
Huh? No, I said Macklin. Yeah, Macklin got injured. Did I not say that?
You did.
No, you're right.
Sorry. Yeah, no. But the difference is like PCO, they showed on camera him getting set ablaze. So like, I could still see it being PCO. And then he comes out with some like I don't know, some like burn scars and shit like that to make it look like they set him ablaze, but he was brought back to life again because that's his gimmick.
Yeah, because he's literally Frankenstein's monster.
Because I can't think of anybody else aside from it being PCO. Because I thought of Kazarian, but he has a match, and like it really depends on who they bring out aside from PCO. I still think it's gonna be Team Demore that wins this, but like, yeah, I don't know on a TBA honestly. I just think it may be just PCO and they're just trying to swerve everybody.
Yeah, because the only other people who got involved there this year was the Machine Guns, and they're both busy.
Mhm.
Matthew Reinwald, I don't see him getting in the ring. I'm not saying it's impossible. Yeah, so I think whoever Demore's partner is, I also agree Demore team is going to win because I think it's the end of this feud.
Mm.
I wholeheartedly agree, but I don't think it's gonna be PCO. I think it's gonna be his twin brother, OCP.
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 Jesus Christ.
Listen, OCP is going to show him send out RoboCop.
I mean, he's gonna be part robot, part man, part undead, part
I mean,
Jesus.
if they can put Alex Murphy back together, they can put PCO back together.
Mm.
Oh
I
man,
mean-
RoboCop's a good movie.
Wait, what if it's RoboCop is his tag partner?
I mean, RoboCop at one time.
I mean, is RoboCop undefeated in wrestling?
Yes,
Technically.
technically yes.
All right, so he's coming out of retirement.
It's RoboCop. Where am I at? Okay. So next up, we have for the Impact Knockouts World Title, Deonna Purrazzo defending the title against Trinity, formerly known as Naomi. So she made her Impact debut on the May 4th episode of Impact.
Worst kept
Let it be
secret in
known
the
that she has her
world.
eyes on the on the Knockouts World Title. This declaration would soon draw out Deonna Purrazzo, with the two and Jordan Gray sharing a tense stare down the ring. Nearly a month later, on June 1st, after Trinity won her match, she challenged Purrazzo for a title match at Slammiversary. Purrazzo accepted the challenge, and the match was made official. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go with Trinity because Purrazzo really only got the title because Mickie James got injured. And I don't know how long Trinity signed with Impact, but I think they need to strike while the iron's hot, while they have her and put the title on her.
I'm gonna go Purrazzo because I think they want to just do call back whenever Mickie James comes back from injury and give it back to Mickie. It wouldn't hurt Trinity at all. I have to remember to call her Trinity now. It wouldn't hurt Trinity at all. I think they've done a good job of building up Trinity for because we've already all agreed, except for Joshi Wrestling Promotions, Impact has one of the much better women's divisions.
The best Americans on American side.
On American side of things, yeah. Yeah, I can see them giving it to Purrazzo, but I won't be surprised if they just flat give it to Trinity. Have a Trinity, Mickie James, have a WWE, non-WWE match.
I can see Trinity versus Mickie James at Bound for Glory, but I don't know how long Mickie James is going to be out for.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying immediately. I'm saying down the road. I'm not saying Bound for Glory. But yeah, I could see for example, I could see Shelly, Sabin at Bound for Glory. But that match, yeah, it'll be a while. I don't know the severity of Mickie James's injury, so I can see either way. But I'll go with Purrazzo on this one to retain.
Okay. So Mo, I went with Trinity. Chris went with Purrazzo. Who are you going with?
I am gonna go with Trinity, because gotta represent Orlando,
Yeah. O-Town.
Also because, I mean, I feel like it would be I feel like Perazzo would, I mean, she's had a long title reign before. She's had
Mm.
multiple title runs, and it's not more of a matter of giving it to Trinity, but I think it would be a good bolster to her career because I mean she has been champion before in WWE, and it would be nice to see her wearing championship gold in Impact at this time.
Okay, so Mona with Trinity, Kristen went with Perazzo.
Is it let me ask, is it a pretty short list of women who have won both the Knockouts championship and WWE women's championship?
Well, there's been, it kind of depends. I guess you're counting all women's singles titles.
Well, just win the main world championships for both divisions.
Well, yeah, so I'm the original women's title, Divas title, and the current 2 women's titles.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I mean. Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and count. So we got Gail Kim,
Okay.
Mickie James,
Mickie James.
Tara Slade, aka win the Divas title. I think she did. Brooke Adams.
You're asking the wrong guy. I was
Hold
at
on,
the tail
maybe
end of when I got back into wrestling. I was at the tail end of the Divas title.
Let's see. I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of Eve Torres. That's what I'm thinking of. So no.
Okay.
So yeah, Mickie James, Gail Kim, Tara. Winter, Maria. I guess yes. It's only been 3.
So yeah, if Trinity wins, she'd be only the 4th to have won both a women's world title in both WWE and Impact.
I want to make sure. Gotta make Ty didn't win. Darren didn't win.
Or
Because some of the Divas title reigns, like
fester. We could let this thought fester for another few days, and it can drive you both crazy.
It's okay, Nick. Don't worry about it. It would be. I mean, if there's like at least 1 or 2 more, it's a very short list of women who have achieved that.
Yeah, it's 3. It's 3.
Okay. So Trinity would be number 4 if she wins the Slammiversary.
Correct.
That's a nice little accolade to have. Very like only a handful of women have done that. That's a nice little piece of history.
Yeah.
I can see Trinity winning, but I'm still gonna stick with Perazzo though.
All right. Okay.
Mo's laughing at that. He's like, I'm very optimistic with still going in my take.
After what has been said and done, you know what? You guys make a good point for Trinity. We fuck her.
Basically.
All right. So the main event is going to be our new champion, Alex Shelley, defending title against the National Treasure, Nick Aldis. So originally we thought it was going to be Macklin versus Aldis, but Impact decided to do a huge swerve at Against All Odds as Nick Aldis won the first ever 8-4-1 match, which basically how that works is it starts as an 8-man tag, 4 on each team. The winning team moves on to a 4-way match, and then the winner of that becomes the number 1 contender. So Nick Aldis won that whole thing. Later in the night, it was Alex Shelley versus Macklin, and Shelley surprisingly won the title, which completely changed the dynamic of what we thought the main event was going to be. So now, instead of Macklin versus Aldis, it's Shelley versus Aldis. And they've had some interactions. They both had a brawl with each other that Chris Sabin and Leo Rush both got involved in. And that's led to this main event. Now, if this had been before Against All Odds and Macklin was still a champion, I was going to say Nick Aldis is going to win. But since Shelley is now champion, and I think he's going to hold it till Bound for Glory, I'm going with Alex Shelley.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, Nick Aldis. I know Nick Aldis recently turned heel, so that way this will be a face heel dynamic of a match.
He's better as a heel, anyways.
Yeah. Now I heard Nick Aldis thinks sign a very long Impact contract, was what reports have said. He's there, but not as long as you think. And we've already discussed Them possibly doing eventually Shelly Kushida at a Impact Plus event, eventually leading to Shelly Sabin at maybe Bound for Glory. So with that being said, yeah, I think I'll stick with Shelly retaining here.
And I would have to agree with everything that was said, and also with the fact that it just seems like if anything, it would make sense that down the line he would have to face his partner as a champion. So why not put some roadblocks in the way before that match eventually happens?
Okay, we all agree on Shelly retaining. And so for now, we've gone through all the matches. We have to decide what match you think is going to be the best of the night.
This sucks.
So it's hard. Yeah, I know.
This one's definitely hard.
Yeah, there's so many options here.
Honestly, I'll keep it between two, and I think that's gonna be the X Division Ultimate X match and the 4-way for the tag titles. It's between those two. Like, there's like very good competitors in both those matches. Like because of his work in Best Super Junior, I'm definitely more of a Mike Bailey fan now. Like, he did so great in that event. Like, I know he's gonna bring it here. I don't know. Their world tag title matches have been always all right. And then when we watch their Ultimate X or X Division title matches, those have always been fucking like best, usually easily like one of the best matches of the night. Like, and I think I'll go with the former. I'll go with the tag title match.
Yeah, because I think the more Bully Ray match, that's going to be the most sports entertainment match, if you know what I mean. It's going to have a lot of shenanigans in it, which could be fun. But in terms I think it's going to be Ultimate X. I also think Edwards and Kazarian can have a really good match. So,
right.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna go with the X Division title match.
Oh, Sabin Rush, yeah. That could be really good.
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to wrap up?
Yeah, sure.
So that's it, folks, for our predictions for, what was it called again, Nick?
Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 2023.
So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else, when it comes to talking about some Impact Wrestling, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well. Let us know your predictions for Impact Slammiversary 2023, or your picks for match of the night. What do you think is going to be the top moment of this year's Slammiversary? And you think there's going to be any shocking surprise or twist when it comes to the Moore's tag team partner? Hit that subscribe button down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, we thank you for watching. Of course, guys, where can they find you? Oh no, wait, hold on a sec. Trying something new with our SRB TV stuff. So I'm doing this part first. If you want to check out our last 2 year reactions to previous Slammiversary events, you can check it out. It was right here on the channel. But of course, guys, where can they find you somewhere? Or other than this channel, where can they find you on the internet?
Well, you can find me over on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. Also, if you want to see some of my past articles, go over to my old buddies at 40geekscene.com. Check out my past reviews and articles there. So, but Mo, my dear friend Mo, where can they find you in this World Wide Web?
Well, at about 8 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time, I'm gonna end up in some bushes because I'm gonna make some horrible decisions. And I just want to let you know, nobody's gonna get hurt. It's just, I am just going to be going insane. Now, I don't know how I'm going to end up in those bushes, but I went to a fortune teller. She showed me a card and it had some bushes on it. I didn't realize that it was one of the kind of tarot cards that have bushes in it, but I figured, that's something that's going to be showing up in my life in the immediate future. So That's what's going to be happening today. And then in the next couple of days, I will be probably just wandering around the city. If you happen to see me, say hey. If you want to know my Instagram, it's AfroMobro. That's also what is used to find me on music streaming services for any kind of stuff that's going on that I may put out every once in a while. But that's about it.
And well, Mo, if the bush catches on fire and starts talking to you, don't freak out, okay? They're just gonna need you to part some seas.
I can't guarantee shit.
So stay tuned, folks, for our Impact Slammiversary reactions, and of course, right around the corner as well. Also, stay tuned for our Summer Slam reactions as well. But until next time, though, I'm Kristen.
I'm Nick Slade.
I am Mo, brother.
And this has been yet another impact-filled episode of SRB TV's 1, 2, 3 Wrestling. So we will see you guys later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.